Hello, my lavenders and anybody else who stumbled across this video. Not actually sure why I decided to record this now. I think I am currently recording a bunch of different things and I'm just, I think I just decided to get this off my mind because I've been thinking about it for a long time, about speaking my mind on this and making a video about this. And look, I don't know if I've decided to add this in the title yet or not, but nobody asked for this. Literally nobody asked for this. I just decided to do it. And to be honest, I don't care if you asked for this or not. This is just how I feel. And I wanted to talk about cancel culture in particular. And I know it's not something that is particularly, I guess, talked about as of late, but I wanted to still talk about it because even if it's not under the title cancel culture, it's still very much alive and around, and I wanted to, speak about that a little bit. And what I want to say is that, like, if we're still calling it cancel culture, then cancel culture is fucking pointless. And it sucks for bad people and for good people. If that's what we're, defining people as good and bad. Look, by supporting, I guess, or contributing to cancel culture, you're also supporting the idea that we as human beings aren't allowed to make mistakes and learn and grow from them. And I'm not saying that committing a literal crime can be diminished to just a mistake. I'm talking about people going crazy over the smallest things. There are some things that, people really do deserve to be, what's the word? Like, demonetized or kicked off their platform for. There are certain people that just really shouldn't be doing what they're doing. That's a given. That's obvious. But if you're really trying to support that idea that human beings have to be perfect all the time, 24/7, you're basically just trying to create a so-called perfect society. That's virtually impossible. It's not perfect today, it won't be perfect tomorrow, and it has never been perfect. It's the truth. I'm 20 and I understand this. But I've noticed when it comes to cancel culture in particular, I've noticed that people on the internet, especially, they really love to throw around the phrase holding people accountable. I meant holding people accountable. When in reality, saying that, it's just an excuse to quite literally bully or even abuse and threaten people. Like, I've seen people get death threats, like, on the daily. And the term itself, cancel culture, the term itself isn't really what it, I guess, used to mean, because I know that people don't really, use the term cancel culture anymore, but, like I said at the beginning, it's still around. But by definition, I don't know if this is like textbook definition, but in order to cancel someone, it typically involves, like, discontinuing, I guess, someone's career, or, people get banned from social media, or, I don't know, suspended, I guess. People have their accounts suspended. But now, when people try to cancel someone, obviously that doesn't work, since those people are still, like, on their platforms. And if you're really going to try... Okay, well, look, I'm really talking about you know, people who are more well-known, more famous. So you think people like Ollie London, like Shane Dawson, Colleen Ballinger. Is that even how you say her last name, Ballinger? I'm not sure, actually. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sia, even. Ellen. Those are just a couple of examples. Someone get the name-dropping broom to sweep up all the names I just dropped. But anyway. But yeah, those people just so famous and well known in today's society that it would be impossible to get rid of them. It would be a pretty big thing if, like, any one of those names or any others that I had forgot to mention had their accounts on social media banned or had their careers discontinued. It would be a big thing, but most likely never gonna happen. Let's be honest. But if you're gonna, like, that's a different topic. If you're gonna try and cancel somebody over the smallest things, don't even try it. It's not their fault if you as an individual are offended. But if somehow that's the case, or like a majority of people are offended by something, or you've offended like a minority, I guess, minority group, or a majority group, who knows? Especially if this person or people, I don't know, doesn't like have a history of, what am I trying to say? Doesn't have a history of doing something bad like that, then it's quite simple actually to just get people to understand, explain to them why their words or actions, whatever it was, wasn't okay. And instead of forcing them to make apology videos that you won't even believe are genuine in the first place. That's another thing that really pisses me off. Like, you force these people to apologize, they do it, and you're like, oh, that's bullshit. Like, what? You asked for this and you got it. You asked for it and you got it. And now you're complaining that you got it. Don't get me wrong, there are some very bad apology videos. I'm just saying as a general statement, you know. But I feel like should only, like what I just said, should only be taken seriously if, like, as long as you're not a majority of people collectively getting offended on a minority's behalf, if that makes sense, or if you're one singular person being offended on an entire group of people's behalf. It's like white people getting offended over things we can't talk on ourselves. Like, especially, and I say white people in particular because, you know, us white people do have a history of that, taking offense to things that are not ours to take offense for. Or straight people, or cisgendered people, or even just men on women's topics. If you know what I'm trying to say, anyway. But in the end, I think cancel culture is just a mess, and it really makes things worse for makes things worse. I mean, not only for the accused, but the rest of the internet, really. Especially in 2020 and 2021, when cancel culture was just running rampant, everything was messy. It was a mess. And I was genuinely thinking of just, especially during that time, because, you know, COVID was going on and everything, and it was just a depressive point in time, not only for me, but for heaps of other people. I genuinely thought that because of that, and all these, you know, people affected by cancel culture and just hate in general online, I felt that I really needed to step away from that for a bit. But I didn't. I feel like I should have, but that is an entirely different story that I don't need to, that we don't need to talk about right now. No, I see, even if it's not cancel culture, it could be just hate, in general, online. I see it every day. And particularly now in, I know there's been memes about it, but they're actually true. Instagram, particularly Instagram Reels comments. Oh my gosh, so many times I've clicked like not interested in a post because of the comments alone. I could love the video, but if I open the comments and there's just, it's just racism, homophobia, sexism, everything, like, tick all of the above. It's all there, even if it's just a joke. In reality, it's not, but if it's just a joke, it's really fucking annoying and unoriginal. If you really hate something that much, or seeing somebody's content that much, I know I've been saying this since the beginning, and some other people have been saying it now more than ever, which is really great. I love it. But look, if you're trying to get somebody cancelled, whether the accusation of the person is like false or not, or whether you just don't like the person or the content you're seeing, the option that you could have taken from the very start was to just scroll, or to just click away, or click the not interested button, or if it's really that bad, report it, block the person, they'll be gone. If you interact with something you don't like, then more of it will come up. That's how the algorithm works. The algorithm does not care about what exactly you commented or did to interact with that video. If you didn't like it, that's still going to give you more of it, because an interaction is still an interaction. You don't have to comment how much you don't like something. You can just, like I said, not interested, scroll away or click away or report or block. It'll all be gone if you just do that. And trust me, you feel, if it's really like causing you that much stress, not even stress, if it's really bringing up that much hatred in you, because, you know, I am a human being. I've felt hate within myself before too. What am I trying to say? The feeling you get after just plain and simply getting rid of the problem, whether it be a person or a post, it's just, you feel so much better. You don't have to stick around and engage with things that you don't like. That's why I don't like cancel culture and just hate on the internet in general, because it's so simple to avoid things that you don't like. Just simply don't engage. It's like how they say, it's like how when they say to shut down or to avoid a narcissistic person or somebody you don't like, you just plain and simply ignore them because they're expecting a reaction out of you. It's that simple. This video is too long. I shouldn't have gone into that big ramble about social media and stuff when I was just talking about cancel culture. But anyway, that's my opinion on it. And like I said, I don't care if you asked for this or not. You didn't. And I don't care if you agree with what I'm saying or not. This is my opinion, my thoughts, and you know, if you don't like me, if you don't like my videos, if you don't like what I've said in this video, you can very easily just take the advice that I gave you. Anyway, I'm gonna go now, but I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for, if you're a Lavender, aka a fan of me, thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Love you all.